Now, one very important area is about how you can regain your function, which is basically how do you restart activities, and are they new things or are they previous interests? It's important because doing something gives you a role and it's a focus away from your ill health or your medical concerns.
Yes.
So what did you find, when your health started to become more stable after the 4 operations, in terms of what you could do?
What I found was that I was making progress bit by bit. That I could go out and do a little bit in the garden and then extend it a bit further. I still haven't quite been able to get to a point where I can easily change the light bulb, but given a bit of support, I can change a light bulb. So it has been a slow bit by bit progression. I tried to catch a bus once by running towards it. I took 3 steps and always fell on the ground. I think I'm not far off trying to run, but I'll make sure it will be a soft landing. So I haven't got that far yet. It's a very slow progress. However, what hasn't been affected, some of my friends might disagree, is that my brain still works as it did before.
Yes.
So I still have ambition about things that need to be done politically and in other areas of life. There is things still to be achieved. My life is not over. It's coming to an end fatally, but it's not over.
Quite right. So you've got time left, and we don't know how long, but it's important to use that in a way that is valuable to you and still gives you meaning, isn't it?
God will decide when my life comes to an end. I believe, strangely, that I have been given cancer, I have been given this for a reason. It's been damned hard at times to figure out the reason, but other opportunities have opened up.
Yep.
So I've fairly quickly returned to going up and down to Parliament, to the political meetings and all that, and so. I found in March of 2013, yes, 2013, I was telephoned by a radio station. Would I like to do a 2-hour broadcast on all my musical memories, bringing in recordings of concerts that I've promoted and so on? I was a bit apprehensive. But I did it, and the people were very kind, saying that came over pretty well. But what I needed were the CDs, which I have at home.
Yep.
And with modesty, I can listen to that and say, well, I did reasonably all right.
Yeah.
That was a big step in confidence building. So the confidence comes bit by bit. Similarly, I had been chairman of the national organisation for quite a time, and Lord Stoddart of Swindon, an amazing man who still sits in the Lords, retired, and my colleagues decided that they would elect me to that position. I jokingly said, perhaps it's because you think this old codger is not going to last much longer, but I'm back in amongst the thick of it, and so on. Most important of all, I think, is turning this around. It's actually happened to me, and now I've got to turn it around and make it something of me.